The city of Las Vegas, once a shimmering beacon of human ambition and dazzling excess, lay in ruins. Not just rubble and ash, but a gaping wound, a void where millions of lives had just existed. The air still crackled with the memory of the explosion, the final desperate act of the earth itself trying to purge a demonic infestation. And amidst this desolation, a single figure stood, cloaked in the impossible hues of magic, his face etched with a despair as profound as the destruction before him. Dr. Stephen Strange. He was the Sorcerer Supreme, the protector of Earth from mystical threats, and yet he had failed to prevent this catastrophe, failed to save a single soul from being dragged into the abyss. The weight of it, the sheer unimaginable scale of loss, pressed down on him, twisting his very essence. It was in this crucible of self-recrimination that a dangerous seed began to sprout. The idea that perhaps, just perhaps, he could undo it, not just mourn, but restore. And so, driven by an agonizing mixture of guilt, responsibility, and yes, a touch of that ancient human flaw we call hubris, Dr. Strange performed an act of magic so audacious, so utterly unprecedented, it sent ripples through the very fabric of reality. He reached out, not just for the souls, but for the essence of what was lost. With a force of will that bent the cosmic laws themselves, he resurrected Las Vegas. The buildings rose from the dust, the lights flickered back on, and the millions of people, moments ago vanished, blinked back into existence, confused, disoriented, but alive. For a fleeting moment, a breath held captive in the universe, it seemed like a miracle, a testament to Strange's power, a triumph over death itself. But the universe, as it often does, demands a price for such grand transgressions. Stephen had pulled back more than just life. He had yanked a fragment of reality from beyond the veil, leaving a door ajar. He had, in his moment of overwhelming power and desperate hope, opened a direct gateway to the very heart of hell. The vibrant, resurrected city began to warp. The neon signs flickered, not with electricity, but with infernal fire. The cheerful jingle of slot machines morphed into the guttural screams of the damned. What Strange had intended as a monument to life quickly became a terrifying, literal hell on Earth. Las Vegas, the city of sin, was now undeniably Mephisto's realm, and its denizens were no longer just confused tourists, but trapped souls caught in a demonic siege. The Avengers, ever vigilant, were quick to respond. They arrived to a scene that defied their every understanding of threat. They were accustomed to alien invasions, robot armies, and superpowered villains, but this was different. This was visceral, spiritual, horrifying. Demons clawed their way from the streets, their forms shifting, their malice palpable. The air itself reeked of brimstone and despair. Iron Man's repulsor blasts did little more than annoy the legions of hell. Captain America's shield found itself overwhelmed by an enemy that defied physical form. And even Thor's might struggled against creatures born of pure malevolence. It became chillingly clear that their usual tactics, their reliance on science and brute force, were utterly inadequate. This was a war for souls, not territory. And it was then, in the very heart of the inferno, that new allies began to emerge, drawn to the epicenter of this cosmic imbalance. A new lineup of Ghost Riders, their chains ablaze and their stares burning with righteous fury, rode into the fray. Alongside them came other mystical heroes, practitioners of forbidden arts, wielders of ancient magic, individuals who understood the language of the supernatural far better than Earth's mightiest heroes. This unlikely alliance, forged in fire and desperation, was a testament to the sheer scale of the threat. The Avengers found themselves fighting alongside spectral bikers and sorcerers, learning to adapt their strategies to a foe that could not simply be punched into submission. They protected the innocent, not just from physical harm, but from spiritual corruption. They battled not just for the city, but for the very soul of the planet. The Damnation event was a brutal, relentless ordeal. It pushed Dr. Strange to his absolute limits, forcing him to confront the devastating consequences of his overreach. He had sought to play God, and in doing so, had invited the devil himself to dinner. The battles raged, heroes fell, and the line between salvation and damnation blurred. In the end, a costly, hard-won victory was secured, Mephisto's grasp on Vegas broken, and the gateway to his realm slammed shut. But the scars remained, not just on the landscape, but on the very fabric of the Avengers' understanding of their universe. This event forever changed their relationship with the supernatural. It was a dark, cautionary tale etched into their collective consciousness about the dangers of meddling with forces beyond mortal understanding. It underscored that even the noblest intentions, when coupled with immense power and a touch of arrogance, could pave the road straight to hell. It was a stark reminder that some lines, once crossed, leave an indelible mark, reminding us that even the greatest heroes are not immune to the consequences of their own hubris. The story of Strange's reckoning in Las Vegas is a powerful one, highlighting the delicate balance between power and responsibility. What are your thoughts on Dr. Strange's actions? Do you believe his intentions justified the risk, or was it a clear case of hubris? Share your insights in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this dive into the deeper, darker corners of the Marvel Universe, please consider subscribing for more stories and reflections. We appreciate your company on these journeys.